Who ordered the pizza?
Hello, students. Welcome back to Vally City Community College at night. I am Sammy, hanging out here in the office all night long. I hope that, honestly, it's a Friday night. I know that we just had a duel match in Waterfall City, and I hope that most of the students are out there celebrating with our team that won the duel match. I'm so very excited. We all are here at the school. If you're listening to this right now, you're a real loser. I'm so sorry to say this. You weren't invited to the party, and it means you haven't made any friends yet. You should try harder at that. If you're at the party right now and listening to this on your remote announcements app for whatever reason, I just wanted to say that I hope everyone's having a good time tonight and that you're not getting in any trouble, all right? Let's keep it classy, all right? We know that it's a bit of a richer town over there, but we try just as hard as they do. So this is Sammy signing off. Everybody have a beautiful night. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Vally City Community College.
Did Sammy really just call a bunch of college students losers?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He runs like a radio station that just goes on all the time. If you plug into your app at any point and just want to listen to what Sammy's saying, I'll give you a sample of Sammy.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Welcome back to Vally City Community College. I am joined today, as always, by my very good friends. Start up with Dan Dobro.
Playing Garth Grimknuckle.
Jake.
Playing Andre Jacques-Francois Majme III.
And Bert, the owner of the channel.
DMJ, the maker of problems.
Yeah, that is exactly how I refer to him as. Last time we checked in with our friends, I'm trying to remember how the session started off last time. Did anyone remember how the session started? Because I know where we ended up.
Mm-hmm. We had like a week. We had a few days pass. Like we did the
time went by.
School happened, and we didn't really. Garth wasn't really focusing on the mission, quote unquote, where Andre was, and Derek was not having a conversation with Margot about their relationship. All that
yeah,
stuff.
Essentially, we time went by, and we got to kind of we're at the midterm area of the semester. We had a couple chats with some of our teachers. Some of us tried to further the mystery. Some of us decided that they didn't want to further my mystery anymore, and that's fine. That's totally fine. As a DM, all you want is for your players to decide to not play the game anymore.
Sometimes your characters just develop other priorities.
And then we ended the week with heading over to a party, essentially, because the dueling club, who none of you heard back from, had a match this Friday evening in the neighboring 45 minutes away city of Waterfall City against Waterfall City Community College's dueling team. Your team won, and everybody headed over to this big party that's usually thrown in Waterfall City that more than just your two colleges attend. It's usually your two colleges as well as there's a really big college in the area that's I don't want to say Ivy Leagues because this is a universe I've created, but it's it's the big smart colleges.
Ivy Leagues.
There's one of those nearby, and interestingly enough, Andre knows a whole bunch of people who go there. 3 of his best friends from high school all ended up going there. He was supposed to go there, and his older sister Giselle, which is where we left off upon meeting Giselle, who completely roasted Andre, leaving him in a precarious situation, and she strutted into the party. That's kind of where we're going to jump in. You guys are here.
There?
You guys are here in front of this house. It's a really big house, but it also looks like it's mostly used for student housing or something. So at one point it was probably a gorgeous piece of property, but now is a rundown party house essentially. You guys are all kind of standing outside as people are filing in and hanging out outside. What are you doing?
I don't know what you guys were referring to. I definitely drove ahead. They were in a van.
Okay,
Andre was really mad at me.
I will say you still all arrived at about the same time. I mean, you did kind of, Oh, and there was a big fight that we got into on the side of the road.
Yes, I was going to say Garth probably ducks into an alley to change his bandages.
The mysterious winged creature. Yeah, Garth, what are you doing? How are you feeling in this moment? You just got into this, like, scrape on the side of the road with some creature who was pretty determined to fuck you up specifically. What's going on?
Yeah, he's not feeling great about it. Certainly, not a fan. He's definitely made an effort to keep his nose in his own business this week because past little couple weeks because he's felt that he has been neglecting his own business. And he was really excited, just like go try to hang out with Lash, talk about the dueling club, go to a party, have fun. He's been working hard and it's time to play hard. And this is just really not what he wanted to have happen. And but I also think he's like, for the night right now, a little bit in denial about it, even as he like goes back like behind a dumpster to like, redo the like this crazy gashes across his chest. Just like, tonight, not dealing with it tonight. Just, gonna have fun, have a party. You're better tomorrow.
Cool. We'll hop over to Derek. Derek, how do you think you're feeling? Showing up to this party, you had a weird conversation with Margot kind of earlier in the week. What's going on with Derek right now?
I don't know what conversation you're talking about. Denial heavy right here. My life's great. I didn't just lose one of my only two friends and have no connection to the person that I thought might be my girlfriend eventually. You assumed
that without having any conversation.
I'm just here to have a great time, and I've already drank 7 beers in the first 5 minutes.
You're not even inside the house yet, and you've managed to drink 7
The van beers. You had all the van beers.
I had all of the van beers. Like, people were asking me to share, and I was like, get the fuck out! These are mine!
You also narrated last time that you were laying down in the waterbed in the back of Andre's roommate's van. So you're laying down in a waterbed just drinking beer.
Yeah, no, the waterbed is now water and beer bed. there's this beer.
Yeah, the waterbed is mostly full of bong water and beer.
Oh my god, they filled the waterbed with their bong water?
Exactly.
Oh,
what else are you going to do with it? Andre... Andre, what's going on with you? How are you feeling? You're standing here in a group with Renata standing next to you, your new friend, as well as your 3 old friends are standing in front of you. We had said their names were Jacques, Simon, and Menon, who is, and I want to put this in your hands, I think she's your ex-something. If you think that you guys dated, then you dated. If you think that there was like, we liked each other, but nothing really happened, or only one thing happened to each other. But this is, Menon, your ex-something.
Yeah. I mean, this is everything that I thought was going to go wrong went wrong. And then on top of that, Giselle showed up. So this is just like, this is worst case scenario. This is worse than the worst case scenario because I didn't even consider the fact that Giselle was going to be there. So this sucks. I'm looking for an exit, but my ride is, my roommate's van. So, I don't know. Maybe we're about to go get drunk. Maybe we're going to ditch. I haven't really decided yet, but something needs to change because this is bad news. This is not the situation we wanted.
As you're kind of standing here in like the awkward moment that was left behind by your sister Giselle, who you can't see anymore. She's dove into the crowd essentially. There's like a pause, and then Renata kind of clears her throat and then reaches out and is like, well, I'm Renata, and goes and shakes the hands of your friends. Nice to meet you. I go to V Cubed with Andre. We hang out at the library sometimes. I don't know what we're just, we're friends. She's going to kind of
staring off into the distance, like.
She's going to kind of put her head down and be like, turn to you and be like, I'm going to get drunk. I'm gonna go get drunk. And she walks into the house. And you're left here with your old friends who after beer are like, Andre, it is so good to see you. What, you go to a different college than us and then all of a sudden you decide you can't talk to us anymore? What is going on with you, man? What is school like? And they kind of all, start to give you hugs and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it sucks. It's terrible. It's everything that we thought it was gonna be. Everybody's poor, so poor, so poor. It's terrible. Nobody knows who I am. This is, I.
Nobody knows who you are. Man, in our hometown, your family is like one of the 3 important families.
I know. I'm used to being recognized, and it really sucks not being recognized. Did you know you have to pay for things? I can't just get components for my spells. People make me. I was told to get a job.
A job?
I know, disgusting.
I mean, your skills, you did a great job creating a cheating empire at our high school. Is there something like that you could do again? Getting all the answer keys and selling them? I mean, do you have any leftover gold from that?
I have a little bit, but, you know, the parents kind of cut me off, and I'm kind of getting some unwanted supervision. And I'm trying my best. I'm gonna get out of here soon, and so that I can come be at school with you all. It's moving too slowly.
Yeah, we gotta get you out of there, man.
Things are the plan's not really working, and oh my god, I met oh man. So there's these 2 people that I keep ending up running into. One of them thinks we're very good friends. For some reason, I don't understand why. I cannot get him to leave me alone. The other one is a total piece of shit. Huh?
Poorer folks tend to be dumber. I mean, we all know
isn't DMJ standing right there?
I'm standing right here!
Oh, is he?
We established that you already have, like,
yeah, you went in to go
I
Drake.
went off to Drake? Sweet. That's actually cool with me. I don't think my Derek's psyche wouldn't be able to handle this. I think that this would be just where Derek just cries and gives up.
They can't afford to be smart. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. I almost pity them.
I mean, it's
as
quite
a matter
tragic.
of fact,
I mean, this is kind of like you're like Jane Goodall in the wild with the gorillas and the apes. It's fascinating, truly.
This is, I think it's going to look good on my resume when I talk about the charity work I did for a year.
Absolutely.
working with the underprivileged youth, helping them get through college.
You're really doing the gods' work, really. Your friends are going to clap you on the back and be like, "Come, let's go to the back where the good drinks and drugs are." And they like usher you in through the house.
Thank God, they drink this thing called beer. Disgusting.
Oh yes, it's college. We've all come in contact with beer. It's essentially fart water. It just tastes like farts. Why do they like it?
I don't understand it at all. It's disgusting.
Isn't elven wine good enough? I mean, sure. Only we can afford it, really. But it's elven wine. Come on.
And nobody has butlers.
And you guys all ritually head off into the house.
I need a shower.
I need a shower. I need 2 showers.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
The word ritually killed me.
That all came too naturally to Jake. Garth, we'll cut over to you. You're probably, we'll say that you've gotten inside the house as well already. As you guys get inside, and I'll give you this before we jump in, it is like a huge scene to behold. Like, you walk in and there's this really big foyer that like goes right into like the kitchen, and then there are like 2 seating rooms on the other side. Big staircase that goes up to like 1 level that like seems like it's full of rooms, and then it's all open air. Like, you can look right up to the staircase goes around kind of a perimeter essentially. There's like 3 other floors of this house going up. And there's like a lot of commotion happening here. But as you walk in, it looks like they've set up kind of a makeshift bar situation in the kitchen. And they all have like various crude signs written about like, the drinks that you can purchase here and all that kind of stuff.
Crude signs. Fuck you. Here are drinks.
And you see that there's a lot of commotion going on here. There's a lot of people that are like just chilling and having fun, but there are some people who are like, arm wrestling and doing like contests of strength. And you also see that there are like people who are trying to like figure out, like there are like people sitting down and like figuring out puzzles for whatever reason. And it's all kind of happening near the bar and the kitchen area. It seems like there's a lot of like gaming stuff happening. Garth, what are you doing?
Probably looking for Lash.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get a drink and see if she's there.
Yeah, okay, cool. You go up to the bar where the drinks are. It's a little crowded around here. It's hard to kind of see. Do you like go up to order a drink or anything?
Yeah, sure.
You see that there's a couple drinks listed. There's some like regular like beers and a little bit of like death in a can action. For those of you who don't know the term, it's like Four Locos and that kind of garbage. But there are also a couple specialty drinks here for the night. Looks like there's one drink that is kind of totes itself as the beer of himbo. There's also a drink that totes it is for the most prolific magic users, though anybody can use it. It's the wine of wizards. And then the last one, you see that they're selling straight up healing potions for not a whole lot of money.
Dope.
But yeah, the other drinks also. So yeah, the healing potions. I think they're. Trying to think, I had a thing in mind, but I'm not even remembering what it is. So they're probably regular healing potions, unless I remember what the thing is.
You need to say that the beer of himbo is just a natty light.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the healing potions. I've remembered now, and you'll probably remember as well. The healing potions look, instead of like regular healing potions, they look like they're energy drinks. It's like a big version of a 5-hour energy that can kind of fit in the palm of your hand.
Oh my god, that's so much 5-hour energy.
Essentially.
There's a 25-hour energy.
Yeah, and then there's also regular beer and, like I said, like death in a can action, malt liquor. What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna have, if it's all right, I think I'm probably gonna grab a beer of himbo with a curative chaser.
With an energy drink.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Pro 5 because it's for 5-hour energy for professionals. Pro 5. You go to get a potion, a beer of himbo, and as you go up to the counter, you order it, and they say, "All right, that will be 30 gold."
Yeah. I think I left my wallet in my.
Here's the thing: if you can't afford the drinks, then you got to get away from the bar. But also, if you win any of our games that we've set up around the party, you can get a drink ticket and come back and pick whatever drink you'd like.
Great. A glint appears in Garth's eye as the competitive spirit suddenly finds itself.
30 fucking gold.
And he just, puts his hands up against that still bleeding wound and walks away from the bar.
Yeah, and you go over to where there's like, there's a handful of things going on. There's like, this is the dueling club, both dueling clubs. So there are like there are duels going on, like that people are doing with like non-lethal weapons. There's like a bin of Nerf weapons essentially that people are grabbing stuff out of and fighting each other. There are also like just straight up some like arm wrestling. There you see some darts. Like I said, some people are doing kind of like word puzzles and stuff to the side. So there's a little something for everybody.
Is Lash playing any of these games in particular?
You do see Lash in a mock duel with somebody right now.
Cool. I'll probably go over to that area then. I won't be like, hey, but like, because I'm not like, I don't think I'm there yet. But I just like want to see how she's doing because they're just coming off a game. That's probably
they are. They're just coming off a game.
Dueling is probably pretty intense.
people are doing drugs. Yeah, you see that Lash is going up against someone from one of the other teams, and you see that she's she's fighting with them, and they're not doing so great. Though Lash is doing pretty incredible. Is like tucking underneath and eventually disarms them of their weapon essentially, and everybody there's kind of like a moment, and then everyone's like yay! And the person who's there's in charge of this area gives Lash a little drink ticket. And she goes over to talk to the person that she was just in combat with. And you see them kind of sharing a conversation. Do you walk up?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up and be like,
what do you say?
Nice moves as always.
You see her and this person laughing together. She's gonna kind of turn to you and be like, "What? Oh, Garth! Oh my God!" And she's gonna give you a really big hug. And she's like,
"Hey,
oh, are you bleeding? Why? Half the time I see you, I feel like I say to you, why are you bleeding?"
Yeah, this crazy lady cut me off in traffic. It's cool. I'm all banged up in the bike.
Motorcycles are incredibly dangerous. Why do you still have one?
Because it's fast and...
No, it's because you want to look cool.
And that. Is that a crime?
She's going to turn and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. This is my friend Mel. Mel's on the Waterfall City dueling team. And you get introduced to Mel. If you'd like, you can roll insight check for me."
Yeah. Garth, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Insight check. Natural 20!
Natural 20!
Boom.
Mel is trying to fuck Lash. 100%. Mel and has a little animosity towards you as they're like, "Yeah, I'm Mel."
The beauty of playing a character is that they can do things that you would never, ever, ever do in real life. And Garth definitely does that, annoying hand squeeze when he does the handshake.
You get it right back from Mel. Just a little squeeze back.
Oh, I thought you were referencing having sex.
All right, well, it's been fun. But,
this game is causing some family drama. There are family rifts that are being created here. Okay, cool. You're kind of over here with Lash. We're actually going to jump over to Derek. Derek, you're probably still. What are you doing? Are you on the lawn? Did you make it inside the house? What are you trying to do?
I am going to get the alcohol that I need, and I'm gonna go straight up to the bar with my new paycheck from the coffee shop that I work at, and I'm gonna go. I'd like a mini keg of the beer of Himbo and a bottle of the wine of Wizards. And I want you to pour the wine of Wizards in the beer of Himbo.
Whoa.
Still, already kind of drunk from all the beers I drank in the van.
Roll me a luck check to see how much money you have from your check. You can't just dictate that you have the money.
But I do
Isn't it
work
nice
at the
having a
coffee
job
shop,
working
so I
your
have some
backstory?
money.
You haven't. You were the only job. Well, I mean, I guess Garth has a job, but he's on hiatus now.
Garth was gainfully employed for years. There's no way he doesn't have any money.
No, but it depends on how much you brought with you. What'd you get?
Nat 2.
Nat 2. Yeah, the pay period was actually last week, so you've spent a decent amount of your check. This guy kind of gets all these things together and is like, "It's going to be 120 gold pieces."
I think they're making prices up.
I'll be right back after I beat those dudes in arm wrestling. And I'm just gonna stumble over, and I'm just gonna slap my hand on the table and go, "Who fucking's gonna beat this motherfucker?" And I point at myself.
You kind of say this. Some people around you are like, this seems like you walk up to a table, but people are already in conversation. You've gone up to a group of people, and then you hear kind of from behind you a voice say, "I'll take that challenge." You turn around
and I look down at whoever said that.
You turn around and you see Evan, the pompous wizard at your school, and he downs his beer of Himbo that he's already, and he looks a little dizzy, and is like, "I can fight you."
I do the same thing I did at the dueling tryouts, and I pick him up with one hand by his head and go,
No! Unhand me! No!
Why do you want this smoke, little dude?
I am stronger than ever, and I think I can fight you for once with my prowess. Though, let me just say, physical fighting is a little beneath me, but I mean, the dual team won. We might as well have our fun here. Woo, this, I think I ordered the wrong drink. I ordered the one that's beer of himbo. I think I meant the wizard drink.
So I'm going to take him by the head, put him on the other side of the table, sit him down in the chair, and I'm just going to sit across from him and go, let's dance, little man. Just two drunk dudes trying to not show, trying to show off who has the bigger testosterone.
You can roll me a strength check.
I feel like Evan might be a fun guy if he wasn't such a dick.
Strength.
Okay.
Evan's got some issues to work out. That he might be fun.
That is a 22.
A 22. Even with Evan's potion of himbo, you beat him because he rolled real low. You beat him, and this is supposed to be. It's best 2 out of 3 though. It's not just one and done.
Okay. I'm gonna change dice. I think I ran the luck on that one. Let's run the luck on the orange boy. That's a nat 20.
Oh man, okay, you win both rounds. He did really well that time though, and he, like, the first time you beat him easily, and you're like, yeah, why is this wimpy wizard doing this with me? But the second time, he comes back at you with some real strength, but you were pretty easily able to, like, overcome and get his arm down.
I grab him by the back of the neck, pull him forward towards me to, like, do that, like, whisper talk that's, like, really aggressive, and be like, I don't understand how the fuck you made the dueling team and I didn't. And I just push him by the chest, and I walk away with my ticket.
Cool. You walk away with your ticket.
So wait,
he
I
kind of stumbles.
I have a question.
Like, how dare you? I will fight you.
You want to fight? I'll fight you for another ticket. Dueling.
Yeah. So you get another. You win a ticket.
So I have a question about the ticket. Which drink was more expensive, the beer of himbo or the wizard's wine?
It's there. So the two of those drinks, all the fancy drinks, are about the same price, which are really expensive. Which you can use these tickets for any of the 3 other drinks. You can just use 1 ticket at a time per drink. Beer in the Four Loko, we can just say that you're drinking that because that's pretty much free essentially at this party.
Then I'm gonna go with the. Do I know what the Wine of Wizards does, or does it do anything?
Your characters do not.
Okay, that's fair. I will just go. I'm gonna go with the Wine of Wizards, and I'm gonna ask for a mini keg of just like the normal beer, because I don't need a normal cup. I need a baby keg. Like one of those ones. They
give you. They give you the right amount for the ticket. They're not going to give you more than the ticket dictates.
Well, the ticket's for the Wine of Wizards, right?
The ticket is for you could get the one Wine of Wizard, 1 beer of himbo, or 1.
Yeah, I'll go for the Wine of Wizards, and then I literally just want like a baby keg of Natty Light.
Sure.
And then I pop it and I pour the Wine of Wizards in the beer.
the crap beer that's being offered at this party is Genesee. Just want everyone to know.
It's Genesee. You know what? I'll take what I can get. So yeah, I'll drink the Wine of Wizards and then I'll walk away with my baby keg of Genesee.
Okay, cool. We're gonna move over again real quick before we resolve that. We're gonna go back to Andre. Andre, what are you doing here? You like kind of being brought through the house by your friends.
And the veggie burgers, disgusting. They have no vegan options.
Yeah, they're gonna. My friends are gonna take you to the backyard where there's a pool. You're gonna pass by the bar, which you see all these same drink options that I described to everybody else. Any that can pique your interest if you'd like. Your friends kind of scoff a little bit though at those drinks, and they're like, the gimmick drinks. Why would you stoop so low to do, I don't know, a drink that's a gimmick when you can just drink elven wine? I mean, wine of wizards. It's pretty trashy if I do say so myself. But I will say, beyond the elven wine, we did find ourselves some premium drinks. If you catch my drift.
Nope, but sure.
You see, they go out to the back, where they introduce you to a couple of their friends from school. All of them elven, all of them as wafy as everyone you've ever grown up around. You kind of get in there though, and you like get into this group, and they all start pulling these small ornate bottles with various colored liquids out of their bag. If you'd like, you can roll me an insight check.
Do they look like those little nips you get at the liquor store?
Yo, they're banning those around here. I got a 10.
You got a 10. With a 10, I'll give this. I'll give it to you. You kind of look at them, and you know, at the very least, that these things look pretty familiar to those weird drinks that showed up at the local party that you went to.
Why would they have had those there? That's strange.
Where, here or there?
At the local party. Why would they have had? There were no elves there that I can recall. That's kind of strange. I mean, I'll take one if someone's gonna offer one to me.
Yeah. They say, they ask you if you'd like to drink one. Do you take one, or they offer you? Yeah, they offer you one. You take one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you drink it?
Yeah.
Cool. Upon drinking it, you're going to get. Upon drinking it, you're going to get 12 temporary hit points.
Cool.
And you feel really interesting. You feel kind of euphoric in a way. Like, this thing is not necessarily hitting you the way that alcohol does. It's almost like drinking, like, MDMA, essentially. Like, you feel euphoric and really kind of in your head, and all of a sudden, like, the color starts saturating in a different way, and you feel, like, really tactile, like you'd like to touch a bunch of stuff. Your jaw feels like you want to be chewing. You feel incredible in this moment. Yeah.
Oh,
what do you?
Have you? I don't know how much experience you've all had with the poor, but there's this one that I met, and just follow me, and I'm gonna go run into the house and bring them over to DMJ.
You're gonna bring them over to DMJ?
Cut over to DMJ, taking his wine of wizards, pouring it into the keg that he has.
Oh, gross. We'll with all that in a second. Garth, we're over here with you outside where the fake dueling was going on. You're here with Mel and Lash. What are you doing?
I want to hear all about the match. How'd it go?
Oh, I mean, it was pretty epic. Like, first they were winning. I mean, you guys were doing so well. And Mel is like, yeah, I mean, it's like, well, you went first, and you're you're one of the best on their team. And Mel looks at Lash and is like, well, you're definitely the best on your team. You're kind of the best. And she
sure is.
Mel gives you a look. She's like, yeah, well, so we were like kind of losing for a while, and then and you can tell Lash has like been drinking a little bit, and she's like, and then we got back and we started winning. It was incredible. We absolutely wiped the floor with you guys, and Mel kind of gets in her face, and the two of them are getting like kind of close, and Mel's like, I don't know if you wiped the floor. And then Lash is gonna turn to you, Garth, and is like, how was the drive? I mean, I guess you got cut off by somebody, but you're here at the party. Have you had something to drink?
No, I left my wallet back at VC Cubed, I think, so I didn't grab anything special yet. But I definitely want to get hydrated.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta stay hydrated. You should play one of the games. Because you just win the free drink tickets, and then you can try any of the drinks you want. I have tried the wizard wine, It's okay. I don't really know what kind of effect it had. But then I tried the beer of Himbo, and my brain, like, cleared up. And now I feel so strong.
I bet it's a great time.
I feel so good.
You want to do a puzzle?
Yeah, let's do a puzzle!
Awesome. Yeah, let's go do a puzzle. Maybe like a two-person puzzle.
Yeah, do a two-person puzzle. Well, Mel is going to follow you.
Yeah, I know.
Calm down, party animal.
Mel's like, actually, I'm pretty great at puzzles. I'm like, that's your fingers. Yeah. So you guys all go to the.
Help me win a drink, Mel.
You go over to the puzzle section, and it's actually all little individual puzzles, but you guys can all sit near each other. And you can roll, if you would like to roll for me a wisdom check, you can put this puzzle together.
I would love nothing more than to roll you a wisdom check out of the box. 6.
A 6. Yeah, on a 6, that's definitely a failure. This puzzle is difficult. This is a very difficult puzzle. It also seems like
to Garth that he has not checked himself for a concussion.
It occurs to you that there's a good chance that some of the puzzle pieces have been taken, but like, you know, it's looking pretty confusing essentially right now.
I feel like I've got every piece, but they're all going around this one piece. You see, okay, I think it's probably maybe like a fish. Does anyone have a picture? I'm just looking around at other tables.
You look over at Mel. You look over at Mel, who's like breezed through her puzzle, like in your confusion. The puzzle is done in front of her, and she's like, "Wow, some of us just a little smarter than others, I guess." Lash, come on.
Spend more time with puzzles. I don't know.
Lash, come on, let's go over to the bar. And then Lash is gonna be like, yeah, and Garth, come on too, here. And she gives you her drink ticket that she won from fighting Dueling Mel, and is like, I've already had lots to drink. I'm gonna go have more to drink, but you should have this one right now because
I'll come with.
You're pretty cool. I'm gonna walk away.
Awesome. Garth waits to blush until after they both leave, and then goes over to the bar.
So Derek already at the bar ordering his drink, Garth walking up as well as Andre. Derek, we're going to cut over to you. Derek, as you drink this wine of wizard mixed with your natty light.
No, Genesee.
I'd like Genesee, right, Genesee. I'd like you to make me an Arcana check.
Oh, fuck. This is just a luck check. I add nothing.
How lucky can he be?
14?
14. Okay, cool. That is going to be your body like handles this. At first, like you feel really weird. It feels like you took a shot of something that you maybe shouldn't have right away, and you're like, oh. And then it kind of settles in your stomach, and it's actually like really warming, and it tastes kind of sweet. Cool. Why don't you roll me a D10?
Oh. You know what? Orange has been really nice to me tonight so far. 3.
3. Okay, cool. Just give me 1 second.
That's not necessarily bad. It's just a spell. I mean, what?
I don't actually have any idea what. I thought this was gonna give me spell slots back, and that's why I was like, I should probably do it.
roll me a D20 and a D8.
Oh God. Okay. We'll stick. You know what? Sticking with orange. I believe in the orange.
What is he doing?
18 and an 8.
Okay, cool.
26.
That 26. Great. Hang on.
Wow, my orange D20 is rolling gorgeous today.
What is it like to roll high numbers?
The green one betrayed me after that nat 20.
I'm sorry.
You get, as you feel like really good, kind of warm in your belly, you get use of the 3rd level wizard spell, Tongues. This spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature knows at least one language and can hear the target understand what it says. So you get use of tongues until you're sober, essentially. It's for the night.
Damn it.
It could come in handy.
Does drunk count as a language that can then be understood in common?
Absolutely.
I really was hoping I got
community,
spell
you can-
slots back.
No. You can cast it on yourself, or you can cast it on somebody else, but you got the used to that spell now.
What's the range of it? Do I have to
Huh?
touch them?
You have to touch somebody.
Okay.
Cool. We got Andre heading up to the bar area with your friends. What are you doing?
I wanna bring him over to Derek, and I'm gonna go. But like before I get over, I'm gonna go. Watch this. And I'm gonna go over to Derek, and I'm gonna go. Derek, do the thing with the footballs.
You like my football thing? I'm like.
But hold on.
I'm fighting it.
Hold on,
I'm
hold on, before you do
I'm fighting about football. I pull out my football. And I just start.
I know you've been practicing this. Well, hold on. I know you've been practicing this. I want you to do it with your eyes closed.
I grab the football after trying to start and I go, easy.
Okay, cool. Roll me a dexterity check. Roll me a dexterity check with disadvantage.
Gladly. In fact, I'm so confident I'm doing this one on my pinky.
As he's spinning it,
Yeah. Oh, wait, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and pull a chair in front of him.
Oh my god. You asshole. Wait. I rolled the same number twice. And
What'd you
were
get?
both sixes, so I rolled a 7.
Okay, cool. With your 7, you close your eyes, you go to whip the football around, and then, Andre, roll me a luck check.
Whoa. 8.
8? Yeah, Derek he goes to spin this football. Instead of spinning it, he just, slaps it out of his hand and essentially yeets it right into your face. And you just take a face full of football. You're going to also take 2 points of damage as this thing really bashes into your face.
What the? Am I bleeding?
Your friends are laughing so hard. They are rolling. They're like, oh my god, that was incredible! And they're laughing so hard. And as your friends are laughing at you, you kind of see running through the crowd, Renata runs up and is like, oh my god, are you okay?
Let me try again.
You idiot!
Bro, I can do it again. Let me try again. This time I've got it for sure. I'm gonna pick up the football.
Renata's gonna put her hand on your arm, Derek, and is like, you know what? Maybe no more footballs. Maybe no more footballs. You may have broken Andre's nose, and she's gonna get in there. Your nose isn't broken, but she's tending to you a little bit.
No more.
I'm gonna have my mage hand go over and grab the football out of his hand, and just whip it out the door.
I just run after my football. Football! Just a big Goliath running.
Why are you laughing at me?
Your friends are definitely laughing. As Renata is kind of not. She's shouting to the bartender, "Get me ice! Give me something like a cup full of ice or something to put against this guy's face." Did you watch him get hit in the head? The bartender's laughing. Manon takes a second though and is says to them in Elvish, "Get me ice this moment." And they get her ice. And she brings a cup of ice over, and she kind of gives it to you. And she's like, "You just kind of have to know what to say." And Renata's like, "Yeah, that's definitely what it was." Manon gives you a cup of ice to put on your nose. Garth, you walk over, and you see this scene as you approach the bar. You watch
I'm burning all his bags when I get back to
Derek
camp.
yeet a football into Andre's face.
Garth's gonna roll a quick stealth check.
Passive perception is 12.
Great. Natural 2. This guy's going to jail as well. That's a 5.
You are completely visible as you walk up to the bar because Lash is having a very loud conversation with Mel.
Right. I'm definitely. I don't know. Andre's like probably occupied. I'm not trying to catch his eye right now and get any shit. But then I feel like maybe he's about to say something to Derek before Derek dives away to get his football. And he's gonna go and get himself a energy drink.
You're gonna get yourself a Pro 5?
Yes, a Pro 5.
A Pro 5. Okay, great. You get a Pro 5. You drink it. Upon drinking it, you're going to get 8 temporary hit points.
Cool.
And you feel incredible. Like, the one that Jake drank felt like liquid MDMA. This thing feels like an electric shock directly to all of your nerves in your body. And you feel like you could run a marathon and also build a house. Like, that at the same time. Like, that's just, you feel incredible. And you're kind of like, you're buzzing.
I always love running marathons while still bleeding out my torso.
While simultaneously building a house. Yeah, you heard me.
I mean, usually when I run marathons, it comes out of my nipples, but torso, same.
That chafing problem
awesome.
is really bad.
Oh, I'm so amped. What do I do with this amped energy?
And who's here drank some of the regular free, like the free drinks, the Genesee and the Four Locos?
Derek,
anyone besides Derek?
I would never stoop so low.
Yeah, I guess so. If that's the vibe that Lash and Mel are
totally. The two of them are like drinking contest. Like, Mel looks at you and is like, "Drinking contest, my new friend."
Yeah, a friendly drinking contest is fine.
Great.
You're fine.
Roll me a Constitution check.
Okay. Constitution. I've got +2 to that. 21.
A 21. Really good, but she seems like is a little bit better. Like, she finishes the drink faster than you do, and she has like no react. Like, she doesn't burp or she just kind of is like, that was good. Let's get a couple shots up in here and really make this a party.
Shots.
Shots.
I like how that's what Dar's like.
Garth.
Wait, I don't know if I can handle a shot.
Yeah.
Cool. As you guys are kind of partying about, everybody make me perception checks.
11.
17.
7.
11, a 17, and a 7. Okay, cool. Yeah, Garth, you're a little preoccupied here in this moment. You've decided to dedicate your time to courting Lash, maybe a little bit, or not really, to like living a regular life.
To hang out.
You're just trying to hang out.
Just having a good time with my vibes.
You're not necessarily taking in your surroundings. You're mostly distracted by Lash and Mel. Jake, what'd you get again? Sorry.
11.
An 11. Yeah, Jake, on an 11. On an 11, I'll say this: you are kind of like hanging out with your old friends, and you're kind of getting preoccupied by that. Renata has like found her way over here again and is like sticking around you, but is also kind of having a hard time like getting in any words in the conversation with your friends. Like they'll say something and she'll like go to like add an anecdote and they'll just kind of speak over her. And she just kind of sits there. But she's still around. But you also kind of notice as you're looking around, your older sister, you do see her popping in and out at a couple places and like hanging out around this party. As you're looking around, you don't see your younger sister, Odette. And yeah, it's a huge college party in the evening in a town over. But Odette has like kind of showed up to all of the functions that you've been at before. Seems like she has her own new group of friends. And you see a couple of the friends, but you don't see Odette. And Derek, I think.
What do I see diving after my football?
With a 17, as you're like kind of exiting outside, diving after your football, you see a van pulling away, but as if it just pulled up. That looks kind of like a pretend hippie van. Like it's painted to look like it is, like a van full of hippies and stuff, but you've gotten experience with these people who are kind of pretending to be hippies. It gives you the same vibe as they do. And as you're kind of
I saw that night.
Yeah, by the art building. And as you're kind of looking around, you see like a little bit of the signs of them around. It seems like some people who look like they've maybe been here for a while. This van must have dropped off a different round of them. But you do see, you see familiar faces from your own college. You definitely see some of these pretend hippies. You also see some of these kind of broody emo kids who keep showing up in places. And as you guys are all kind of here at the party as the events take place, I would like you all to roll initiative for a party montage.
I love the lead up to the montage.
Sorry, say it again.
I love the lead up to the montage.
Yeah, the lead up to the montage.
Is it coming? Are we gonna roll initiative? Montage!
Okay, who thinks they got the highest?
Not me.
I might. I have a 16.
16? Okay.
Yeah.
And then followed by Garth. And then Derek.
11.
11. Cool. So for this montage, if you don't know what we're doing, watch some of the old episodes. This is not something I invented. It's something I borrowed from something I don't even know. So the way that this is going to work is that, on each of your turns, you guys have your opportunity to roll one of your checks. The other party members cannot then repeat the check that you just rolled. You have to all do kind of your own organic ones. You guys are going to want 4 passes to pass. It'll take 3 failures to fail the whole montage. On a pass, I'll give you something good. On a failure, I get to punish you. At the end of the round, after all 3 of you have gone, I get to kind of take a round to do a thing. I don't have to tell you what it is. I can also keep it a silent thing, but have it happen in my head. And you guys can try to use this montage to assess that information. You're also welcome to tell me you do a thing and the corresponding, check that goes with that. The DC for this is going to be, what level are we at right now? 5?
E.
Yeah, DC is going to be 16. I think that's what it was last time. Okay, cool. We're going to start at the top of the montage. Actually, before we jump into the montage at all, I would like all of you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
What? Dirty 20.
15.
13.
Okay, Garth, you have a point of drunk, which is essentially like a point of exhaustion.
Even with the energy?
Yep.
Oh.
There's alcohol in there. It's like a Four Loko, but better.
Oh, that ruins montage.
Wait, there's such thing as a better Four Loko?
No, it's fine. We can just skip to the end where we all fail. What did you guys get?
I'm about to get a nat 20. I got a dirty 20.
You passed.
I got a 15 con save.
We're gonna do this.
We got this.
That's gonna be Andre at the start of the montage. What are you doing?
Okay, so I have a specific plan. I would first like to, I would like to suggest that we play a game of magic darts. Instead of using real darts, we shoot firebolts at like a tree or some shit that we paint a bullseye on. Maybe not at a tree. That might set on fire.
I'm sorry, fire at a tree? No, you said it. You're shooting fire at a tree.
All right, we're shooting fire at a tree that we set a bullseye out on, and I'm gonna purposely miss my first one. Okay. And then I'm gonna turn to Renata and be like, I saw you do all those firebolts. Can you help me aim while I shoot the second one?
So what
she
do you
was so
roll
good
in
at.
here?
Fuck, motherfucker! I was gonna roll Arcana check.
An Arcana check. What'd you roll?
12.
A 12. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
With a 12.
Best reaction I've seen you have ever.
I'll say
I'm
this.
rolling so bad.
I will say this. With a 12.
I'm
Oh,
over
that's so
it.
unique and different for you.
I'm over it.
With a 12, Renata, you missed the first one, and you turn to Renata being like, could you help me out? And Renata knows that you're like playing her a little bit here, but she also totally does it. And she like kind of comes over and she like, arms around the arms and is like kind of doing the like ghost pottery as she like shows you the way that you're supposed to specifically flick your hand out. So you do it, but your failure in this moment is that she totally knows that you're, flirting with her. Yeah. And I'll say this, you do ignite the tree a little bit, which kind of does light on fire lightly. And now there's like a little fire going on this tree. That is going to be Garth, your turn.
Not your tree.
You're muted.
I know. I was trying to delay the inevitable here. Yeah, I guess I'll challenge Mel to an no. I'm gonna ask Lash if she feels like arm wrestling because I don't want to hold hands with Mel.
So she says yes. Would you like to roll a strength? Are you trying to roll a strength check here, or what are you trying to do for your check?
I'll just roll strength.
It's a very erotic. It's a very, very erotic
Do you have disadvantage
arm
on
wrestling
this, though?
contest.
Yes, I do.
Oh, shoot.
But that's why I'm letting you keep athletics. You're welcome. Holy shit! I got a 19.
A 19. That's a pass.
That's a 16 and an 18.
I hate you.
Yeah,
I hate that you roll
you're
better than me
feeling-
with disadvantage.
You're feeling a little in your cups, but you still you kind of boldly and maybe in more flirty tone than you usually do. But you're drunk, so your filters are kind of gone. You're like trying to arm wrestle with Lash, who was like mid flirty conversation with Mel. She's going to turn to you bright eyed and be like, "Absolutely, totally cutting off her conversation with Mel." She sticks around. The two of you arm wrestle, and it's an incredibly saturated with flirting moment where you're like both of you. There's oh, am I gonna win? Am I gonna win? You're like trading barbs back and forth. She's like, I was always stronger than you, so this is kind of beneath me. She's just kind of giving you a little bit of that. Your legs are brushing up against each other's under the table. It's a real lovely moment for you here. As you beat her, she kind of she goes, oh, looks like you won, and you get another ticket. You get another ticket to get another drink. That is going to be Derek's turn. Oh no, I'm sorry. Also with that pass, Garth, you are kind of around here, and you see these fake hippies kind of filing into the bar area, but not necessarily looking like they're looking at the bar. They're kind of looking around for something, and they're having.
Have a good night. Just have a good night. Just have a good night.
Cool. That's gonna be Derek. Derek, what are you doing?
Do I see any of these hippies outside, or am I outside, or am I inside?
You were outside. The last thing we established is that you did see some of them, but you can do whatever you'd like with your check. You can walk back inside. There's no
Are any of them still outside?
They're scattered around the party.
Cool. So I'm gonna grab one of my footballs.
Let me be specific. You're out front. You're on the front lawn. The other two are inside.
Perfect. I'm gonna take out one of my footballs and be like, "Who wants to play catch? You look like you're having fun!" And I'm just gonna freaking whip a football at one of the hippies. Freaking dome him right in the head. And that's
Okay,
an athletics check, because that's sports.
You're doing athletics, you said?
Yeah, because that's sports. Football is a sport.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna freaking gun this football straight into their head without them even responding. just say, "You look like you're having fun." Yes, that's a 27.
27! With a 27, because this is a check and not like an attack roll, you don't like actually do damage to this person, but you do like ding them in the head, and they're like, "What? Ah!" You like fall over as you've hit them in the head with this, and you kind of see this thing. It like as it kind of gets hit in the head, there's like a weird effect that it has where it almost glitches magically somehow. Like it glitches for a second, and you think you see like they are a brilliant color. Like it looks like they're like a blue, like a bright blue, and then it glitches back, and they just look like a regular person. They just look like a human. And then that's kind of that's what you see. That is going to be Andre. Oh no, well it's my turn to do a thing. I'm going to do a thing silently on my end, and now it's going to be Andre's turn.
So, okay, I'm gonna. I want to roll a history check. No.
Okay.
What do I do with history? I'm gonna roll a persuasion check. I'm gonna roll a persuasion check and try to persuade my friends that I am very much still above all of these people and that I am very cool still. 9.
9? Yeah, you are kind of like you're in conversation. We'll say that it's been like maybe an hour into the party at this point. You guys have been chatting, and you've like let a couple things slip a couple times that you've like eaten cafeteria food, and that you are like going to class, like you're like caring about this school, the other school that you're going to, and like your friends are starting to like create an inside joke where Andre's poor now. Everybody watch out. Andre's a poor. He's become one of the poors. Just making fun of you because they're saying that you become poor. So like, who pays for your stuff? Your younger sister Odette? And you notice there's been no sign of Odette. Cool. We had 2 passes and 2 fails. That's going to be Garth. That's your turn.
I think, despite his better judgment, really every instinct, all of half of him screaming, "Don't do this, just chillax," and the other half of him screaming, "I'm just gonna like take a quick look around, just a little, just in case there's danger." Even as someone who's just kind of here to have a good time, wants to make sure, we're just we're all safe. I think I'm just gonna make a perception check as I as I let my attention escape from the Mel and Lash situation. That's a tough thing to say fast. And do a little scan. That's another 16 and 18.
Let's
for
go!
A 22.
Oh,
A
shoot,
22.
it's
The
Sorry, so what
only
is-
rolls that I have rolled above 20 tonight.
Give me,
no, that's not
give me
right.
what you do.
So I'm just like I know I clocked the hippies. Did I clock the emo kids too?
No, you clocked the hippies.
But I know. I feel like I know more about them anyway. I just want to take a look around and see if anything's brewing. I'm not getting down into it. I'm just take it as casually as possible. Really trying not to invest himself in this looking around for danger, but he just can't help it.
Are you slipping off alone, or do you think that you're walking around the party with Lash and Mel?
Yeah. If I could ask, I think talk to Dad. I think he would just go to Lash and be like, "I want to take a quick lap. Let's see if anyone else cool is around."
Yeah, and you know what? With your pass, you're able to do the two of you are able to take a lap without Mel, essentially. So you make a lap around. It's just you and Lash talking, and Lash kind of turns to you and is like, I thought that I wasn't going to like being someone who is older than all these people going to school here, but I really like it here. I'm meeting people who I'm not related to or known my entire life, and I'm fighting on dueling team, and I'm painting. I don't know, Garth. I'm doing different things. And you really want to be paying attention to what she's saying right now. You really, really do. But it's getting a little hard because as you're taking these laps around, you see that there are these hippie people kind of stationed around the party. And you see a couple things. One, you see them in their bags, you see them reaching out and pulling out these tiny ornate bottles. And you know what this looks like because Andre actually pulled one from the other party that you went to and had it. And none of them, they don't all look uniform, but they do all look like they're in the same family. Like they're all decorated in like a little bits of moss or seashells or beads. They have like different colored liquids inside of them. But you see them selling these little bottles to people, like going around the party and just kind of giving them to some people, selling them to some people. And you see they're kind of like making claim here. And then that's like lightly distracting. What you really see, which is decently concerning, is as you're kind of walking around toward where the side of the house, side yard meets the backyard, in kind of what seems like a darkened shadow, thinking that they're out of sight of everybody, you see one of these emo kids in a verbal argument with one of these hippie kids. And the two of them are yelling, and the emo kid is like, I know you took it. I know you took it. And you all think that you're going to win here, but you're not going to win. Because we're here, and there's no getting rid of us. And the hippie kid is like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that Garth is gonna turn to Lash. It's really cool. You're like doing all this stuff. I feel like you're really blossoming here. I'm trying to like break out and do new stuff, but I feel like I keep falling into old patterns. And speaking of which, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And I think he touches her on the shoulder, and so it really meaning like I'll be right back. And then turns and walks towards these two dudes. Okay,
cool. That is going to be Derek's turn. Derek, what are you up to after throwing a football at one of these?
It always comes down to the DMJ MVP. Ugh. I'm gonna go right on up to this guy that's I just knocked down, right? I'm gonna go offer him a hand. I'm gonna get on a knee, so I'm lower on the ground. I'm gonna offer him a hand and get real close, and I'll go. You tell me why I just saw you turn blue, or I turn you red with my fists.
Ooh.
And it's an intimidation.
The poet
check.
is back. The poet is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, the poet never died!
Chills.
No! I rolled a nat 1!
You would have failed with one failure anyway, but you
actually
failed.
You didn't.
Are you crow shifting this?
As you go to intimidate him, you get.
No. You're not near him.
Oh, you're inside. I'm outside.
I did throw you. I threw the ball away. That's right.
That's okay. Damn it.
I mean, unless you don't have. I don't know if you have luck points left.
Oh, I have a luck point. I have 1 luck point left. Am I allowed to use it on this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're welcome to.
Yes, I'm using it. Not using that dice, though. Using a different dice. Oh, my God. I had 1 luck point left, so I'm out of luck points, though. Okay. That's a good roll. What do I add to this? That is 18.
18. Okay.
Thank you for reminding
so
me about
the montage, but you passed it with an 18. The montage is passed. You go over and you intimidate this guy who's on the ground, and he looks at you, and for a moment he looks like he's gonna lie to you, and instead what he says is, "We had no other choice. Our land is gone, and and we're gonna die. We're all gonna die. And he kind of starts going a little loopy as he says this to you. Back in the backyard where we find Andre, you were shooting firebolts at this tree that found itself caught on fire. And it's like kind of spreading. The fire is not stopping in the tree. It's like definitely kind of spreading in the background. And I'll say that with the past the montage, you get this. Andre, you're standing here with your friends, and you're chatting with them and Renata, and you look toward the center of the party, and you see Odette. But she doesn't look okay. She is wearing like a big oversized hoodie with the hood up. She has like real dark makeup on, or maybe she just has really bad bags under her eyes. She's like Kubrick staring like this.
Oh.
Out the fire. She has her hand in her pocket, and as she pulls her hand out of her pocket, you see she's holding on to the red crystal. What do you do?
Can I walk up to her?
Yeah.
Hey, that's an interesting look you got going on there. Is everything okay? You good?
She pulls it out. You kind of seem like you surprise her a little bit as you walk up, and she's like, Andre, get out of here.
No.
Andre, I'm telling you, you have to leave.
Are you gonna get our sister out too? She's here too.
I have no siblings. I have no relations anymore. What I have is vengeance. What I have is going to take over. You do not control me anymore. Nobody controls me.
Nobody was ever. What are you saying?
Andre, you will never stop us. She throws the big crystal into the fire by the tree.
What the fuck?
And it lights fire as it throws through the air, connects with the fire on the tree, and now a good section of this backyard is fully on fire. And she has her hand in her pocket, holding probably the other end of the crystal, and a full fire elemental forms here in the middle of the backyard. Everybody roll initiative.
Why?
I really want a scene with those two guys.
I want to talk to this dude. They're still. What do you mean they're gonna die?
What do you mean?
Oh, this is so unfair. You let him talk to his sister. I can't talk to the hippie.
We'll get back to it. Come on.
Well, I gotta go fight the fire. We need to start the fire.
And I mean, who guessed the Odette twist? Because I think all of you did.
I guessed the Odette twist as soon as I failed that narc check.
I felt like I should investigate it, but I was just like, Andre, if she's not there, that's one less problem for Andre to worry about. So I don't think he cares that she's not there. Also, I am genuinely upset about how bad I'm rolling. Usually it doesn't bother me. Tonight I'm like, why am I rolling so poorly?
Wait, so what was...
Dobro called the Odette thing 2 or 3 episodes ago when he said we shouldn't give the gems to Odette.
Oh, I remember when he said that. I was like, he's catching on to me.
Like, that was... I also had that feeling, but also Derek didn't, so I couldn't say shit. Derek's not the smarts.
What are your initiatives?
18.
16.
18? Anyone get higher than that?
No.
Andre, what'd you get?
A 16.
And Garth?
12.
12. Okay, hang on.
I want you guys to know I have a crazy idea for this fight. I thought about it in our small short rest.
I do too. It's a little out there. I think it's out of reach, but my idea is to roll well.
That is a little out of reach for you.
I was going to try that too.
So far, you should try to do that. I think that you'd quite enjoy rolling well.
It could be a nice change of pace.
I meant to grab a potion of himbo.
Oh, that would have been fun for this.
You can in the middle of the fight.
And take precious actions?
I'm not going to stop you. I'm just saying you're welcome to.
You do have an extra
okay,
ticket.
cool.
I've had one of these
It's not
before,
you'd
so
have to
I
win
know.
the arm wrestle and
Exactly.
like it wouldn't.
I know why.
It'd only be an action to go do it.
Okay,
One turn?
so first in the initiative is going to be Odette. Odette is going to take her hand out of her pocket holding the controlling gem, because again, it's 2 sets of gems. It's the one that's in the center of the thing and the one that controls. She's going to take out of her pocket and hold on to the controlling gem, and then she is going to actually toss it in the air, which is going to be taken by, as you see, flying up ahead, the weird bird-like creature that you fought on the road.
No.
That thing fucked us up.
Great, it's a great toss. She's going to grab it, and then Odette in front of you is going to kind of slough off. It looks almost like she's like slowly transforming, and she changes from being a small elven girl to looking like one of these bird-like creatures, but with her own kind of face. And she is going to look over at you, Andre, with daggers in her eye. That's going to be Derek, your turn. There's a fire elemental and Odette.
I clock this. Look at Mr. Blue.
Oh, you don't actually. You're in front of the house.
Oh. Can I?
So you guys are still
smell
scattered. You're in front of the house.
Burning house.
It's not, the house is not on fire. The backyard is on fire. So you're in front of the house. You can hear the commotion from the backyard, though, and there are side yards that you can run through. You don't have to run through the house, but you can. I'll say that it's probably would take your like full dash to get to the backyard.
Okay. Well, look at this dude. I'm gonna make sure I memorize Mr. Blue's face. I get free speech, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna ask him what's his name.
You're goddamn right.
You're asking his name?
Yes.
You're asking his name. He looks like he's about to speak, and then he pauses, and then he looks away and looks back, and is like, Wesley.
Can I do an insight check to see if he's lying before I keep going?
No, that'll be your turn if you do an insight check here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Is insight check
You can
an
do
action?
one thing this round, man. You can either intimidate. You can either talk to them,
Is an insight check an
or you
action?
can go fight.
Is it
Yeah,
an
it's an
action?
action.
Yeah.
He's just told you in this moment that an inside check is an action.
It's an action.
In this
Okay.
case.
Fine. I'm gonna put my hand on his face and smush it as I get up. I'm gonna use my last second level spell to Misty Step to the back porch, so I don't have to run through the house.
Misty Step is
So
30
it's 60 feet. So it's 60 feet. Misty Step is 30 feet. So you can get into the middle of the house or the middle of the side yard.
Just pop into the middle of the party.
Yeah.
Oh god. I think I should go side yard and then I'll use my movement to get to the back.
Okay. So you cast Misty Step. You get halfway. Are you sure? Because you could just dash and get the same thing done.
Yeah, I think I'll do that, and I'll save my second level spell. That makes more sense. I thought
I was gonna say,
I
you
thought
don't
it
have
was
to cast
60
a spell.
feet. I thought it was 60 feet to go around, and it was like 30 feet if I went straight through the party, but it would be difficult terrain.
No. I'm thinking you're already kind of at the front of the. You're kind of already by the side yard, which is actually I had that in my head anyway. So you can just run like in a line 60 feet, and bam, you're in the backyard.
Okay, I'll just do that then.
You can't do anything else. You're in the beginning of the backyard. It'll take 30. It'll take a full round of movement next time to get to where the action is.
Am I like right next to Garth at this point? That means because he was on the side yard.
No. Garth actually on the. This is so funny. I totally in my head. You're on one side yard. Garth was peeking on the other side yard. So
okay.
Garth, you're on one end of the
So
porch.
we're mirroring each other.
Yes. And Garth is standing on the porch, whereas you're standing on the grass. Cool. That is going to be Garth's turn.
Yeah, so I assume that we're still in the moment that we left Garth at the end of the montage.
Yes. You're standing above these people, but commotion has just broken out, so...
Well, what does that mean? Commotion has just broken out. If you were looking down where you're looking, to your right is the rest of the backyard. That fire that was connected to that tree has turned into a giant fire elemental, and in the center of the as you were looking at this fire scene, you look back to where the conversation was happening below you, and you see taking flight one of the this creature that went over and Odette tossed her thing up to. So that person is already kind of moved out of the way by the time that your round starts. But you watch this person not change, but you watch this person turn into this bird-like creature and take the controlling gem from Odette. Okay, so I'm not gonna have a scene with these two people. I guess I will go and fight a fire elemental. I use a bonus action to rage, and then I guess I'll get over there. Can I I have 40 feet. Are you saying I was kind of already outside? Is that enough to get to the yard?
Yeah, you're on the back porch already. I said these people were having a conversation outside, so you can go 30 feet to the center of the backyard, essentially where the fire elemental is.
Okay. Cool. So Garth is he's walking towards these two people having a conversation. He's all set to to tell them to take the night off. And then it's too late. And he bellows with frustration as he draws his sword and he's like, I just wanted to have a good time! And uses a rage because he's still at about half health. That sucks. And I guess I'll just swing on this swing on this fire elemental.
Okay.
That's 11 to hit on the first swing.
Does not hit.
Yeah, no kidding. And a natural 2 on that second swing. So great start for Garth.
That was an 11 total in the first one, Dan?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no hitting.
Classic Garth.
Is that your whole turn?
Yep.
Oh, it's not your whole turn, though.
Of course.
Because you drank one of these pro energy drinks earlier when you were inside the house. You feel this weird, surge of, magical energy kind of pull through you, and I'm going to need you to roll me a D100.
A D100? Thank God, I was hoping I'd never actually get to use a D10. This is 60 flat. 60.
60 flat. Okay.
I always second guess myself whether it's 60 or 90, but then I can tell the rest of the numbers it's 60 and then a 10 on the D10, so 60.
Okay, cool. So, Garth doesn't cast spells, does he?
Nope. But he has key.
Did you use some of your key last time?
I haven't had a short rest, so yes, I'm down 2 out of 3 key points.
Okay, you can regain those 2 key points.
Awesome sauce. Thank you.
You feel this surge pull through you, and it seems almost like it doesn't know where to go at first. It's kind of and then it latches on to your core, which is maybe where your key comes from in the center of your stomach. And you feel refreshed in a very grounded way. But you still feel a little wild because you've drinking essentially cocaine juice.
Coke juice.
That is going to be that's going to be my turn.
Juice is just old-fashioned Coca-Cola, isn't it?
Yo, did I get skipped?
Yep.
Fully. Did it Pro 5 tastes exactly like old Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So that is going to be
I think he did. I think Andre did get skipped.
No, Andre's at
Did
the
Andre-
end, isn't he?
What number are we on? I got a 16.
Oh, I skipped Andre. I totally did. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Andre, you're supposed to go between Derek and Garth. I skipped you for some reason. Andre, go now, and then I'll go, and we'll put you back
Cool.
at your regular place next round.
How far away is Bertperson?
You can't.
Bertperson's not in this game.
I'm so sorry. I
There's
love
only
it.
Derek.
You can't refer to them as Bertpersons because Bert is Bertperson, and I.
I was
right.
like, Bertperson.
What do I
is
refer
right
to them
here.
to?
We're on the YouTube channel right here.
The
Whoa!
crazy lady who cut me off in traffic.
How far away is Crazy Lady that cut Garth off in traffic?
The one flew up into the sky is about 60 feet in the air.
Perfect. I'm gonna sapping sting her. She has to make a con save
Okay.
of 14.
She's going to fail.
Cool. So she takes 2d4 damage and falls prone. 60 feet out of the
No!
sky. 60 feet out of the
No!
sky.
That's definitely falling damage, right?
What?
So that's 3
You'll
points
love
of
to see it.
3 points necrotic damage, and she falls prone.
That's the
What?
best fucking move I've
60
ever
feet
heard
out of the
of.
sky. I gotta turn my lid on. Hold on, I can't see my dice rolls.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to tell me, you will have to read for me, why does she fall out of the sky? Is it part of it?
Well, it says she falls prone, so I assume she falls out of the sky.
Prone is definitely prone.
Yeah, no, that's falling out of the sky. Okay, hang on. I gotta do some damage to her as she falls.
I always forget how to calculate falling damage.
It's a d6
think-
for 10 feet.
66? Let's go!
No, it's a d6 per 10 feet. So I roll a d6 for every 10 feet.
Right, so 66.
Yeah,
Yes,
she was
yes.
60 feet up in the air.
Oh my god!
I think I read somewhere the original calculation was it was cumulative. So if you fell 10 feet, you get a d6. If you fell 20 feet, you get 2d6 and a d6 because
Oh
That
my
makes
god.
more sense to me because of velocity.
right. But that's
Well, I mean, if we want to do it that way, I won't be.
yeah,
upset.
no, I could.
6
She doesn't
factorial
look that much-
D6.
She's still looking great. Not unbelievably hurt as she falls to the ground.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Odette and say, "What the fuck did you do?"
Andre, roll me a d100. This is a different situation, though. You're kind of like Molly that you drank, essentially, in your veins, starts to, like, kind of feel really weird. What'd you get?
9.
A 9.
Whoa.
Even on a D100, I roll low.
Okay, cool. So, what happens is, you're standing here, and this, like, weird thing that you drank made you feel really good. Gave you this euphoria feeling. The euphoria feeling starts to, like, cover your body and, like, kind of starts to, like, make you feel really relaxed. And the moment that you think you're gonna, like, pee yourself or something because you feel incredibly relaxed in your body, you, like, instantly kind of blink and you open your eyes and you realize people are staring at you. And if either of you are looking at Andre, you see anyone looking at Andre,
Fighting an elemental.
anyone looking at Andre would see, like, a breeze with, like, flowers in it almost pass over his head, and as it passes by, you see that he's grown 2 sets of horn.
Cool.
That is going to be the fire elemental's turn, because we have to.
Actually, I think
Grooming
you're
nightmare.
supposed to skip his turn this round.
I wasn't.
This was a surprise round?
Actually, it wasn't because you filmed the montage.
We passed the montage.
We passed the montage.
Oh, you passed the montage. Well, it's still not a surprise round.
Well, fuck you.
What the heck? I used my last
Okay,
luck
cool.
point to pass that montage.
This thing is going to attack out at Garth, because you're right here. On its first attack, it gets a 25.
Yep.
And you're going to take... You're going to take 13 points of damage on the first one.
What kind of damage?
Fire.
Cool. How much?
13.
Great.
You also catch fire
Classic.
as this happens.
No save?
Nope. No
Great.
save.
Awesome.
But there is something you can do about it if you'd like to.
Is it called
Stop,
Stop,
Drop, and
Roll?
There's also a pool kind of to your left here.
Oh shit! We should all just jump in the pool.
The next thing that it's going to do, it's going to move over to Andre. Garth, you will get an attack of opportunity against it, or you can, make it stop moving.
I'll take it.
Please don't hit me.
Natural 4 for a
Yeah, so it's going to pass for a what? For a 10? Okay, it's going to pass you, and it's going to go to Andre, and it's going to attack. Andre, though, it only gets a 13 to hit.
Nope.
No.
I still have mage
as
armor
it
from
swings-
last time.
As it swings down at you and misses, you see the fire reflecting in Odette's eyes, and they are almost pupilless. She is like her eyes are almost entire, the whites are still there, but right now her irises are almost entirely black, and that's not her natural eye color.
Oh, Jesus.
So that is going to be back up to the top with Odette. Odette is going to look out at you, Andre, and kind of snarl, and kind of say, "You're a failure, and you're always going to be a failure. I just decided not to." And she's going to attack you 3 times.
Oh, she sounds like Giselle.
16 on the first one.
That hits.
We're just going to do them all at once. 10 on the second one.
That misses.
And a 17 on the
That
third one.
Heats.
That hits?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
In what manner is she attacking? Is she like a bird person now?
She looks like a smaller version of one of these birds, and somehow she pulls out from her side a large sword.
What?
Somehow.
Some way.
You heard me.
But what if?
To be fair, Garth is always somehow pulling out a sword, so who am I to judge?
Yeah, right. you're at the party and you're like, my sword.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna address it, but now we're here.
Here, no, bro. Here's the thing. This is why
You're going to take 28 points of damage.
28?
Yeah.
Jesus. Fuck.
This is why Derek has 6 bags. You know, with everything.
That is going to be the one that fell, that you brought to the ground, is going to get up from prone and fly up.
God damn it.
It was half her movement to get up, though, so...
She's only 30 feet away.
No, she's only 15 feet off the ground.
No, she's 30 feet off the ground.
She has 60 feet of movement?
She has a dash action.
Nice.
Oh, dash action.
Actually, with the dash action, it's more... No, she's
fuck.
it's not... Hang on, it's not a dash action. I want to be clear. She has 60 feet of fly, so she uses half of it to get up, and then she flies 30 feet into the air. But with her action, she's controlling the fire elemental.
Okay.
Cool. That is going to be Derek. That's your turn.
Okay. There's a pool here, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna get the pool to be in between me and the fire elemental.
Okay, it's an in-ground pool. You know that. Yeah, you can't, move the pool. You're gonna...
I know. I'm moving myself.
Okay.
And-
Sure.
And then I'm gonna cast Compelled Duel. as a bonus action.
What's
I
that?
need a wisdom saving throw from the fire elemental.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I might actually pass this.
It's a high DC.
18.
Are you serious? Andre, you see this, right? How many chronal shifts do you have? Because this could be really beneficial for everyone.
I have 1 left, but I also have 2 HP left.
Then you should definitely use it, because he's not allowed to attack you if this is on.
Alright, I'll use it.
Okay.
I just want to make sure this is very
chrono shift that
clear.
shit.
This is gonna really suck after all this if she still passes.
Chrono
13.
shift this shit.
13 fails! This DC was a
Okay.
14. So
So he's going to
now
fight you?
it can only fight me, and it can't use its movement to go anywhere other than towards me. So it'll have to walk straight through the pool.
Oh. Ooh!
I don't know if that's true.
Anything else would be away from me.
No, it can walk around the pool toward you.
That's not towards me.
It is toward you.
A really
you
cool
guys-
thing is happening right now, Tess. You should let it
Come
happen.
on! Come on!
No way. He got him to try to fight it. That's a cool enough thing.
Yeah, but the wording literally says it has to go
It's
towards
cool. You'll
me.
jump in the pool next round. It's fine.
He can
Oh, no, wait,
walk
I still have
toward
movement.
you,
I
but
jump in the
doesn't have
pool.
to walk in a
I jump in the
straight
pool.
line.
I jump in the pool.
Fine. It's not gonna. It still doesn't mean it has to get in the pool.
Does it have ranged attacks?
No, but you're still. You know what? That is going
Wait,
to
hold
be...
on. That's only a bonus action. I still have an action.
Okay, what do you do?
I throw a football at the elemental?
Okay.
I
Take
think
it down?
I don't think I want to fight the bird lady. We couldn't beat her. Doesn't seem like a smart idea. First football's gonna miss. Second football is a 25 to hit.
25. It's gonna hit.
Sweet. Okay.
What
And
was the
that's
first?
10 damage. The
Okay.
first was a natural 4 for a 13. I don't think a 13 is gonna hit. I'm treading water in the deep end.
Okay, cool. That is going to be Andre's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna Misty Step 30 feet away
Okay.
from Odette.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, can I make a free perception check?
Sure. Free perception check. Why? What are you trying to...
I want to see if Giselle's around.
Sure.
Ah! Alright, that dice is gone forever. Oh, fuck. 9.
9. Yeah, with a 9, you can't really... There's a lot of commotion right here.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Cool. So you Misty step 30 feet away. Do you do anything else?
30 feet, yeah, I want to Misty Step 30 feet, like, into the crowd of people so that there's people in between us.
Okay.
And then I don't have any bonus actions, so...
That was your bonus action.
Misty
Misty
Step
Step's a bonus action?
Misty Step's a bonus action.
Oh, well, I can't cast another spell, so... I'm gonna use my action. Can I use an action to yell out, for Giselle and be like, Giselle, our sister's going crazy! Help, please! And
Okay.
then, I'm gonna use my movement to start running. Are there stairs? Oh no, I was outside. So I want to Misty Step 30 feet inside, and then
Okay.
go for stairs.
Okay, yeah, so you Misty step 30 feet inside, you go 30 feet up the stairs. You're, like, at the second floor of the house,
Cool.
as you can kind of see this whole thing happening in the backyard. That is going to be... Garth, I need you at the start of your turn to... Oh, actually nothing. I'm just going to... you take 9 points of damage at the start of your turn from the fire.
Cool.
But if you want to, I'll give you a free insight here if you'd like to roll insight for me.
You maybe just want to tell me what the mechanics of burning are instead?
No, I want you to roll for it.
Oh, come on.
Okay. 6.
A 6. I'll tell you, it was a low DC. You know that if you douse yourself with an action, then you will not be on fire anymore.
It takes an action to do this?
Yes.
He can't just jump in the pool?
Wait, cuz.
You could try to jump in the pool.
How far are things?
The pool from you were in the center. The pool's probably like 10 feet away.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the quickest thing. A little quick. Is it going to take my action to do this?
No, not if you jump in the pool.
Bless. I will jump in the pool. Real quick douse. 10 feet
Cool.
of movement.
Soaking wet.
Am I doused?
Yeah.
Great. I would like to retain the rage I'm about to lose from dying anyway. I'm going to... Have I clocked Odette at this point?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You see that she's turned into one of these bird creatures.
Yeah, this is bad.
Actually, I don't know how to win this combat.
I don't think we're. How about are the hippies and the warlocks there too, or is that are they not around?
If you want to, this one. If you want to take an action to do a perception check, you're welcome to. But
No, the whole point was trying to avoid ending my rage. I just want to know who Garth would most like to hit in this moment.
You could get at the fire elementals like ankles from the pool. Still hit it.
Okay, cool. I'll attack recklessly.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't hit you, so you're fine.
I think he can swing on me with disadvantage.
No, he'd have to first save a wisdom saving throw, and then he'd have disadvantage. Like,
Awesome
there's a lot of things in the way of him attacking you.
First swing with the long sword. Does a 13 hit?
It's a 13. That hits.
Oh, thank fucking God. I'm just going to roll them all real quick. Second swing with the long sword. I just need above a set. Nat 20!
Hey.
Yeah!
Okay, that's gonna come in handy with that extra D10. And let's take one of my key points and change that into a flurry of blows. 2 unarmed strikes coming at you real quick. Let me just make sure I've got that. Yeah. Also with advantage, natural 18 for a 24 is going to do it. And 16. So
is that any damage yet, or?
I haven't done any damage yet.
Okay.
Okay. A D10 for the first hit. 3. No. Okay. So actually, we have to figure this out, Tess, because do I get the orcish, the half orc ferocity, a savage attacks that allows me to add an additional crit die when I crit with a weapon attack?
That doesn't double. That's just additional dice.
Okay. So just remember, there's a 10. There's an extra. I guess it's just an extra 10 on top of this, and I roll the 2. Okay, so 3d10.
So it's the full amount of one set of dice plus the rolls of all the other dice and your modifier ones.
So many dice.
Yeah, this is going to be some math. Okay.
I love watching him crit. Makes me happy.
15. 18.
I'm just sitting there treading water next to him as he crits.
None of it's magical. Do I have to separate the bludgeoning and the slashing?
Sorry?
None of it's magical. Do I have to separate the bludgeoning and the slashing?
No.
Great. 15, 22.
This one
plus.
is taking the full force of your damage. You know that these things usually take about half damage, but this one seems a little smaller, a little weaker than the other ones that you fought before. Just so you know.
Great. So it's 22 on the dice plus... so the total is 52 damage.
Oh my goodness!
Between the two it's 2 swings and 2 punches. Yeah, because I'm adding 5 to each hit plus the extra 10.
It goes from looking very healthy to like, cool. You're not on fire. You did a really good turn. That's your whole turn, yeah?
That is my whole turn.
Okay, I need you to roll me 100 as you still feel the effects of this energy drink.
Right.
It would be crazy if you could still hit him for more after all that.
That would... Oh, man, if I could get an action surge right now...
Oh, my God.
No joke. 60 again.
Again?
Yeah.
So is that his key points back?
Have you used a key point already?
I used a key point just now to do Flurry of Blows.
Get it back.
Nice.
You get it back.
That's insane!
Cool. You feel incredible. And let me tell you this. Not all the results of this potion are good. Great. That's going to be the elemental's turn. So what it's going to do, it is going to go through the pool to attack you, Derek. That's not going to kill it entirely. It is made of magic, so
that makes sense.
It's going to hurt it. It's going to hurt it, but it's not going to immediately go out, okay?
I'm so okay with that.
Okay.
But...
What?
When it is crossing the pool and leaves Garth's threatened area, he is going to take a swing on it.
Okay, take a swing on it. As it gets inside the pool, you see that there's some steam that like kind of comes off of it, and it's going to have the same effect of being on fire, but instead it's in the pool. So it's going to take a 10 of damage.
I did reread the reckless attack rules. It specifically says during your turn, so I don't get advantage on this, but I rolled a natural 13 for a 19.
Nice.
Okay, that hits.
So its speed becomes 0.
Sentinel.
Is Bert frozen for anybody else, or is he just frozen?
No, I'm moving.
No, he was just holding still, for dramatic effect.
No, he's fully frozen on my end, but that's fine.
Oh, sorry. Hopefully it's a
How much damage did you do, Dan?
Oh, shit, I gotta do damage.
You were mostly worried about him reaching me.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Great, it's still up, but now it literally can't do anything. Because of Compelled Duel, it can only fight with DMJ,
so it can
and because you stopped it here...
It can take a wisdom saving throw to try and hit Garth, but it
okay,
also
that's what it's going to do.
And then it would also have disadvantage on the attack.
It would have...
Okay.
It would have regular to hit because I attacked
reckless,
recklessly.
Right. It has 2 hits though, so one of them would be disadvantage, right? Recklessly
any attack against someone that's not GMJ right now is at disadvantage, but because I attacked him recklessly, it'd be at advantage, so it's flattened.
Even. Okay. So
just fail the wisdom save. That's all we need.
Yeah, just fail the wisdom save.
Yeah.
Did you
got a 13. You got a 13. 14! It was 14! Great. You can't attack guard.
I need to make sure I'm being honest, because this was such a good play, but I need to make sure Tess has all of her opportunities to try and hurt us.
Yeah, this is we're playing with fire here, no pun intended.
That is going to be this fire elemental looks really frustrated that I can't do what it wants to do, and this kind of this winged creature in the sky, this winged woman in the sky is like frustratedly circling around as she kind of moves this thing in her hand. Cool.
That is going. I could swim.
That's going to be back up to Odette. Odette is going to frustratedly look around now that Andre is gone, and is going to run into the house to try to find Andre. So she's going to use her dash action. She's going to use 30 feet of movement and then her action to make a perception check, which she does not pass. So she's run into the house, but is not able to hurt you. That's going to be Derek's turn. Derek, what are you doing?
Okay, so the fire elemental is right next to Garth. right now, currently, correct?
Yes, it's on the other. So you're on each opposite ends of the pool.
Okay.
You're here. Garth is on this end of the pool. The fire elemental is like chilling next to Garth, turning
It
this
was
side
like
of the
just
pool.
as it passed me, because when it was just about to leave my threatened area, so it should be in between us, I guess.
It's turning like half the pool into like a hot tub, essentially. Like there's.
Okay. Here's my plan. Solely to try to do the same thing we just did, Garth. I'm gonna Misty Step to the outside of the other side of the pool. So it would have to go now the other way, so you would be able to stop it from moving again, hopefully with your attack of opportunity.
You do whatever you feel DMJ would do in this moment.
This is DMJ's plan of like, let's try to make him just keep going back and forth, but staying in the pool.
If it's worth your last second level spell slot.
Are you misty stepping 30 feet outside the pool on your end, or 30, or like
on the other
to...
side? So now the fire element will have to turn around and go the other direction in the pool.
Well, okay, so if you get to the other side of the pool, you can like 30 feet is the length of this pool, so you'll be within melee of the fire elemental if you misty step 30 feet.
Then I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Well, I have movement after the bonus action Misty Step, right?
I think you're overthinking this.
I am. I'll just stay in the pool, and I'm gonna...
Or you could throw a football at the bird lady with the controlling device.
Yeah, you know what? I'll throw 2 footballs at the...
She's 30 feet up in the air. How far can you throw a football?
60 feet.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. On her turn, I forgot. On her turn, she flew another 60 feet up, so she's 90 feet in the air.
Please, DMJ throws bombs, 100-yarders. Easy.
True, I was a college football player.
No, there's an actual thing in
I know.
Javelins. How close, like, there's one, within range, and then you're...
So, I would have... The 120 is the second number. Does that mean it's disadvantage?
That's right.
You have disadvantage, yep.
I think it's worth just trying to kill the fire elemental
equivalent of, like, just throwing a javelin at her.
I think I'm just going to throw my last 2 footballs that I'll have to go pick up later. I'm just going to throw them at the fire elemental, try to get him dead. Because he's also going to take more, like, burning damage on his turn from being in the pool. So maybe I just get him. Nat 1 on the first attack, and an 18 on the second.
An 18? That one hits.
Cool. I did the Nat 1 can't, right?
No. This is just javelin damage, though, right? It's a D4?
It's a D6.
Javelins are a D4. They're a D6? Okay.
I think.
I double checked it. When we did this together, it was a D6.
Okay.
And that's 10 damage.
Okay, it's still up, but it looks really hurt.
Sweet. Can I just kind of like gently use a little movement just to kind of back up in the pool a little bit? Just for flavor, just kind of...
You're like all the way at the edge anyway, but
Perfect.
yeah.
I just want to be like, I'm doing the cool guy thing where my elbows are on the sides. I'm leaning back in the pool.
Okay,
like, hey,
cool. That's going to be Andre's turn. Andre, what are you doing?
I run to the window.
Okay.
If I look out, can I see the fire elemental?
Yeah. But what you do, what it looks like from your angle is that your friends Garth and Derek are hanging out in the pool with the fire elemental. Like it looks like the 3 of them are palling around and just chilling in the pool together.
2
they made
bros
friends,
and a fire elemental chilling in a hot tub.
They're 5 feet apart.
30 feet apart.
30 feet apart.
30 feet apart.
30 feet apart, so they're not getting hit.
So they don't die. How far away are they?
They are from where you are on the second floor. I'll say that they're like probably 30, 40 feet down.
Okay, I'm gonna cast. Actually, well, she doesn't know where I'm at. I'm gonna. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna help him out, and out the window. What do you think happens to a fire elemental if it gets fully submerged underwater? No, I want to mind sliver it. Is that an attack? I think that's just an attack, yeah.
I think that's an attack roll.
Oh no, it's a save.
What do I roll?
Good question. Intelligence.
Oh, do I?
Oh, that either sounds really good or really bad.
That's a 13.
It fails. So it takes 2d6 psychic damage. That's 7 points of psychic damage. And it gets a minus...
very hurt.
Gets a minus d4 on its next save.
On its next save. Okay.
You too.
Great. Is that your whole turn?
Is the window I just shot out of? Does it go out onto a roof? Is there a roof? Or is there like that I can crawl out into?
There's an awning above the porch, but it's one of those like open slat awnings where you can walk on it, but you might like have your leg fall through one of the holes.
Okay, I just want to step onto the first one and like go to the left of the window. You know what I mean? So like just step right outside.
Okay, nice. Sure. Make me a dex check. Make me a dex check.
Yes, I rolled well for once.
Yes!
22.
22. Yeah, you're standing out here perfectly kind of pressed against the wall. You'd have to be careful if you wanted to walk across this thing, but you're doing okay. Great. That's going to be Garth's turn. Garth, you're next to this fire elemental in the pool.
Yeah, we're gonna keep swanging, baby, recklessly, because we can.
Okay.
Longsword swing. That's gonna hit with a 19 on the first swing, and 19. a 23 on the second swing.
Both of those hit.
And I think I'll use. I'm gonna flurry of blows again because I've got the key for it. Why not? 2 unarmed strikes, also recklessly. 18 and 14.
18 and 14. Oh, great. Give me your damage.
Okay, cool. So that's gonna be a 2d10 plus 2d4 plus 20. Because my modifier is +5. It's +5 damage for each hit. So that means my so 5 plus 15. So 35 points of damage.
This elemental is dead.
Yes, the pool strat.
Can I get a quick perception check to see if Lash saw me lay out that awesome crit?
Yes.
30-20.
30-20. She did watch you do that. You look over and you see her looking like really impressed, and she kind of like winks at you and gives you like a finger gun. And Mel looks like she's trying to engage her in conversation still, but it's not really working.
In conversation? Well, there's a fucking fire elemental out here? Okay, cool.
This has all been a matter of seconds, so you know.
It's true.
Cool.
In a matter of seconds, I ran back into the backyard, jumped in the pool.
Sure. Give me one more D100 roll.
Yeah.
Roll a 60 for the love of God. It'd be so funny.
Oh, that would be so cool. Watch us be like just awful.
You explode.
79. 79. Illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of you for the next minute. And as Lash looks over at you, she has this like movie moment where like it almost feels like time slows down as you crit into this fire elemental. These like butterflies and flowers kind of start like surrounding your head, and it's almost like the music from the inside swells as Lash's heart kind of swells as she looks over at you. Cool. That is, the fire elemental is dead. Odette is going to go next. She's inside. She is going to run upstairs a little bit and just see if she can find you. She can, because she rolled very well. She finds you, Andre. After she moves another 30 feet up the stairs, she pokes her head out the window, and she's going to look at you and be like, "It's a pity Mom and Dad won't miss you when you're gone." And she's going to swing to attack you. The first attack is a 15.
Misses.
Second is a... Really?
Yeah, I still have mage armor from the last fight.
Second attack is a 11.
Misses.
Third attack is going to be a dirty 20.
Hits.
Cool.
Oh
You're going to take... Hang on.
And she had to come out onto the window roof to do that, right?
Yes.
Did she roll it?
You're going to take...
Well, she can fly.
She did roll. She did roll dex. She's also flying.
Yeah, I was
sorry.
say,
Yeah,
she has wings.
you're gonna take 12 points of damage.
I'm down.
Andre collapses from this roof, falls through one of the slats, falls to the ground. Odette uses the rest of her movement, because she has 30 feet of flying now, to fly off into the air. And the other one is going to continue flying off into the air. Did you guys want to do anything else as these things fly away, or can you do anything else?
It's futile, but I'll grab the crystal that's inside the fire elemental.
Yeah, so the crystal that was inside the fire elemental fell into the pool. What's up?
How far away is Odette from me right now?
She's probably like 30 feet across and then 30 feet up from you, so like 60 feet, maybe a little bit less.
Okay. I'm gonna take the damage that this is gonna cause me. I'm going to Misty Step 30 feet into the air, and then compel duel her.
You can't cast both those spells in the same round.
Oh, because they're both spells, not cantrips. Damn it. Okay, then I guess I'm just not gonna do anything.
That was a great idea.
I was gonna force her to come back.
That was a fantastic.
It's a 30-foot radius.
We are out of initiative as these two winged creatures, one of them being Odette, fly up and away from this fight. Andre is passed out on the porch. Derek and Garth are in the pool. Garth reaches for the crystal. I'll say it. You get it. You get the fire crystal. You're holding on to it. And we are going to end the session here.
So much happened today.
Listening to us. It's been a big, meaty session. Thick-sewed, as they'd say on that pod. I'm Tess Henry. You can find me on Instagram as Tess Does Instagram, or on TikTok as Trainwreck Tess. I'm going to take this moment to promote my friend Killy Dwyer. She is awesome. She creates music and content. You should check her out on Patreon and be a member, be one of her patrons, because it truly would be worth it for you. We'll go around. Dan, do you got anything you want to promote for us?
No. Just that, just the wonderful game of D&D and all its highs and lows.
Jake, what do you got for us?
I'm passed out. I can't speak.
So in character.
What do you got for us?
I want to first shout out our lovely DM for allowing us to do our shenanigans with the pool. I appreciate it. It was really cool. I appreciate you. Secondly, I want to shout out. Oh God, I had something, but I wanted to make sure to thank you, and now I'm forgetting the second thing.
You have a TikTok now.
Yeah, go follow me on TikTok. At TikTok, I'm just Bertperson. The Bertperson everywhere, man. I just started. I don't really know if I'm doing a good job, But look at them numbers. I pointed the wrong way.
Look at those numbers.
Honestly, it's kind of an embarrassing performance tonight all around.
Yeah, today was a
the only reason that
session.
we killed this elemental is because of reckless attack and the compelled duel. I mean, that was an inspired move.
Oh, dude.
Especially with me right
Thanks so
there.
much for tuning in.
I was sure I was gonna die.
We will see you next week with possibly all of our dead party members.
I might need a new character next week.
Bye.